A couple of nights ago there was the last supermoon of 2020 here in Ireland, and I decided to go out and take some pictures of it. So I grabbed my Bronica SQ, I kitted it out with the 150mm f3.5 lens. I also grabbed a roll of Provia 100F, loaded her up and headed out to the park at night to take some pictures. After the supermoon pictures, I had about 5 frames left on this roll, so I decided to go and try and take pictures of the sunset the following evening. The weather looked like it would work out and there'd be some nice sunset pictures. I don't think you can see it very well, but that sky is starting to light up. I need to get my ass into gear. So after that sunset never materialised, after waiting 3/4 of an hour there on the canal, I decided to walk a little further down the canal to where it crosses the motorway. And from there I was hoping to get some nice long exposures looking down on the traffic. Okay, so here we are. I'm sure I'm not using my 160T film, but that does do some, might actually help counterbalance some of those lights, but let's see what the Provia does. Two minutes, 50 seconds, 100 ISO, f16. Let's do it. So it's working in T mode now. So it's in T mode, got about 2 minutes left on this exposure. 3, 2, 1. That's it. End of the roll. So now I've got the supermoon, the failed sunset, and the long exposure pictures all on this one roll of Provia. Because my current solutions for E6 are all used up, I'm going to have to mix up some new working solutions. So I went into the press to dig out my Tetanal E6 kit, and I didn't like what I found. What I found is that my Blix Part 2 has died. It's turned a yellow, kind of cloudy, milky colour. This should be a colourless solution. So what has happened here is that the ammonium thiosulfate in this fixer has essentially decomposed, releasing elemental sulfur, which is a yellow powder, creating a sort of milky yellow solution with lots of sediment. I also know it's sulfur because it smells like my bathroom after a night of 10 Guinnesses and Supermax taco chips. After doing some reading online, I've actually found out that this solution is the first one to go in the kit if you don't store them properly, which I didn't. And it's also pretty much completely and utterly dead. In order to develop this, I'm going to mix up a set of new working solutions, except for Blix because the concentrate died. Luckily, I do have my old working solution for Blix, and the goal is to reuse this. Now, you shouldn't do this. I'm going to stretch it, but Blix is what's called a to completion step in chemistry, which means that you add extra compounds in and you let them react for as long as it takes. So with this being a to completion step, this is actually a little stronger than it needs to be. So as long as I put it in there and leave it for an extra long time, because you can't over Blix film, it should work out, hopefully. But even if it doesn't work out, Blix is a non-light sensitive step. So if I take it out of the tank and it turns out that there's brown marks on it from retained silver and improper blixing, I can re-blix the film at a later date if needed. So I'm going to take a gamble and reuse this. Let's see how it goes. How did the images come out? Well, they actually came out surprisingly okay. A few of them I kind of underexposed. I missed my metering when I was doing the supermoon. I actually metered for the moon, not for like the sky around it, which I probably should have done because they were only 8-second exposures and I was in the middle of a park with no light, so it would have been very dark. And it shows because the tree and the grass has almost no detail at all. Like, it's hilariously dark, almost completely black, with very dark shadows. The motorway shots actually came out pretty good. The spot I was metering for came out correct, and I managed to correctly compensate for the ND filter I was using, along with reciprocity failure. Now on Provia slide film, that doesn't kick in until like 128 seconds, and my shot was about 180 seconds, so I didn't really have to account for it that much, but it came out correctly, so not bad. The development process also turned out pretty good. My hunch about the Blix not actually being used up and being able to stretch it a bit further worked. I haven't thrown it out just yet. I might get one more roll out of it. I do have one last roll of slide film, which is some Ektachrome on the shelf back there. I haven't shot yet. I might shoot it, I might not, I don't know. I'm moving on to C41 films now to get some experience with those, but it worked. Pretty damn good, and the shots actually came out okay. So that's it for this video, guys. I'll see yous next time. This is annoying. I'm trying to find my color chart and I can't find it anywhere. And because I was last filming in orange light, it looks blue. It was under my hoodie downstairs. Anyway, where is this thing? Right, time to set the white balance. 2 seconds and it's done. This thing is so goddamn useful.